Everyone, good morning. Welcome, everyone. So we'll be doing a flow class today. It's Thursday, and we got about 8 minutes until we start class. If you're on live, nice to have you. If you have any questions or anything that you might be feeling in your body from practice, feel free to use the live chat. I hope everybody can hear me okay. I'm going to take the next few minutes if you're still collecting yourself in your space to set yourself up. I know at home there can be easy distractions and it can be challenging to stay on your mat for the whole hour, but I encourage you to give yourself this time and to explore this space and to stay with us. Hey, Bren. If you're joining us for one of your first times, we are a yoga studio and community here in Los Angeles, Urban 728 Yoga. My name is Joe Kay, and I'm teaching every day here at noon. These classes are still complimentary and free, so they're available to anybody if you want to pass it along or share the link. I teach 5 days a week here on the live stream, and another one of our instructors, Jessica, is teaching 2 days a week. So you have 7 days a week at noon Pacific Standard Time to get a practice. This is Vinyasa yoga, and so we do a fit class and we do a flow class. Once in a while I'll sprinkle in a surprise detox class, which is our restorative, more of a yin yoga style. So you're always welcome to take the live classes, or you can look back. I think we have hundreds of classes now. We started doing this when we initially locked down. I think it was March 18th maybe when we started, 2020, initial lockdown period during the pandemic in Los Angeles. And then we've been doing classes every single day. And then we shifted and started doing classes twice a day, which is where you'll see those detox classes. If you ever feel in the late afternoon into the evening that the energy of the day is just not depleting itself from your system, that you're holding on to it and you're feeling stressed, please just go click on any of those detox classes. Give yourself that hour of time to fall into that space, and pretty much promise, don't make a lot of promises, but that you'll feel different afterwards. You can feel some of that stress release from your body. So check those out. They're there. They're available. I know, again, it's not easy to do when you're at home and there's other things that are easy distractions. But easy distractions become part of your practice. You know, I use the example of the dogs coming by, or the kids rolling around with you on your mat. Just reminds us not to take it so seriously. So it can all be a part of your practice of mindfulness and awareness. Hi, Caddy. Thank you. Same to you. As good as we can be. As good as we can be. every day. We have about 4 minutes till class. Got a small group over in the main studio. Bryn's over there today, another one of our incredible instructors. She teaches at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, not on the live stream, but here at the studio, a couple days, few days a week. And then Kimberly, who's also our studio administrator, and then two tailors um, that help us out and work at the front desk and keep this place going. So they are over there practicing with you all and with us from the main studio. Hey, Ron. Good morning, Ron. Hope you're doing well. And then a really cool, Rudy, I don't know if you're on today, but somebody that had just met kind of the practice, maybe not the practice, but us doing the practice together through the live stream during quarantine. Rudy, he came to the studio yesterday and took his first class, his first live class in the studio, and it was last night. It was good. It was intense. It was hot. So Rudy, if you're there, I hope you're feeling good from yesterday. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. But it was just so cool. It was the first time that I had somebody that was introduced to our practice and took many of the classes during the quarantine, and then had them arrive at the studio. We got to see each other face to face. That was really, really special. So I hope if any of you are, I know a lot of people are all over the world, but if you make your way to LA and can do the same, drop us a little note on our Instagram beforehand, and we'll hope to be here to see you. Hi, Nayeli. Alberto, hope you're doing well. Nice to have you. And you guys know you always have my email as well, joek@urban728yoga.com. If you need anything, if you have any questions, physically, mentally, emotionally, feel free to reach out. Hi, Elena. Good morning as well. And just before we get started today, something that I was sharing in our practices this morning at the studio. We're practicing and we're all socially distanced, so we have about 8 to 10, minimum is 6, 8 to 10 feet from head to head. So if you take my head and then you distance to the next person's head in the class, you have 8 to 10 feet to that head. And within our heads, we have our brains, and our brains have this composition idea of our minds and our thoughts and everything that can move through the beauty of our minds. Our minds are incredible processors within this, kind of a structure of a computer, like the hardware of the computer. Your brain is your processor. And so, if you try to sit there and you have 10 people scattered about, and the thoughts that this person has is going to be totally different and unique from the thoughts that that person has, and then take another person and the thoughts will be totally different for that person. So it's really tricky, even in a close relationship like your partner, your loved one. Our minds and our thoughts are always moving about processing the information and things that we're observing and things that are happening in the world. So to be on the same page with your thoughts is very tricky. However, to be on the same page with your breath, what we're talking about this morning is the ability to connect our hearts. So the beat of our heart closely connected to the rhythm of our breath. You'll notice as you're practicing, the rhythm of your breath has an impact on the rhythm of your heart. So rather than thinking about, oh, I got to connect all these minds together and get everybody thinking the same way, right? That's just a way that somebody can manipulate us and to kind of funnel thoughts into a direction. Consider connecting and linking from your heart and from your breath. Okay? And that, to me, seems like a much more likely adventure or productive adventure to go down, because when we connect our hearts, then we're going to find things like unity, like compassion, okay, like love, like one love. When you say one love, one heart, these things that really break down the barriers that separate us. So give that a go. Just wanted to share a little bit before we start practicing today. Okay, so let's go ahead and start in child's pose with your knees mat width apart. Take your bum back to your heels. Let your forehead come down onto the mat. Set any props. If you have yoga block, set that aside. The arms out in front and feel into your back body. Keep your breath nice and calm here as you bring your forehead down. In child's pose, you can feel through the middle into the upper spine. And the big muscles as you wrap around the shoulder blades. And the lats, if you keep yourself here in child's pose, but just put a little bit more weight into your elbows. And you feel that it kind of draws the awareness up into your back and across your shoulder girdle. Take a breath on your exhale and then just soften the elbows once again. You'll feel that grip come out of the shoulders. And comes out of the neck. And take note, observe, witness, see the next breath as it comes into your body. And then with your lips sealed, we can roll ourselves up, come onto all fours so you're in tabletop. And bring your knees in so they're hip-width distance apart. And then turn your right fingertips all the way around so they point towards your right knee. So your right hand is flipped, palm is still flat. Fingertips pointing back to the knee. And the arm as straight as it can be. Let your chin settle towards your chest. Close your eyes. You should get a sensation into your right forearm, even into the back of the hand and the wrist. You seal your lips and then take a deeper breath. Feel that breath awareness in your chest. Nice and easy, go ahead and turn your right hand back around. Fingertips point forward. And then flip your left fingertips back towards the knee. You roll the heel of the hand down. Let your chin settle. And your left arm is as straight as possible. And feel the forearm, back of the hand into the wrist. And when you take a deeper breath, you'll feel that right into your chest. And relax any bite in your jaw. Turn your left fingertips back around. Spread your fingertips wide. Tuck your toes under. And as you exhale, lift your hips. Come into a downward facing dog. Relax your top lip. Your top lip is now the bottom lip in relation to gravity. So relax your top lip. You release the top part of your jaw versus the bottom. And feel some of the breath move back through your inner thighs as you press your heels down. And keep lifting your bum up. And create a seal with your lips. Take a deeper breath into your body. The air has to travel through your nose. And with your lips sealed, as you exhale, the air will come back out through your nose. You notice you can take in with patience the clarity of the instruction. And so you're not moving too far ahead of the sequence. You can always stay patient. It's easy to breathe, take the instruction, and then move on the next breath. You don't have to try to time it. You don't have to cut off your breaths in any way. Lift your heels up, bend your knees, and on your exhale, take 2 big steps to the top of your mat, please. And big toes together, slight bend to your knees. And if your low back and hips are pretty tight and your hamstrings, then separate your feet hip-width distance apart. And take your hands, grab for opposite elbows, and curl your chin into your chest. You're welcome to sway your torso a little bit side to side. Once again, relax the top lip and relax the top of your jaw. And draw your sway back to center. Release your elbows so that your fingertips touch the mat. Inhale, lift half your heart forward, shoulders back. And as you exhale, forward fold. Heel toe your feet back together so your big toes touch. Inhale, lift halfway, pull your heart forward, shoulders back. And exhale, forward fold. Let's do one more like that. Inhale, lift halfway, heart through, shoulders back. And as you exhale, forward fold. Take a breath, inhale, rise, circle the arms, come all the way up to stand. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center, draw your chest up, tailbone down. Inhale, circle the arms, reach up, palms face. Exhale, dive through your midline, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, draw your chest through. Hands down, bend your knees, step back into a high plank, high push-up. And draw with your legs, connect through your upper back. That just means firm your hands. Feel your belly on your exhale, bend your arms, lower halfway down. Pause here, take an inhale. Exhale, lower down onto your belly. Untuck your toes. Inhale, roll your heart up, baby cobra. And then exhale, bring your chest back down. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, push up to a high plank. Exhale, lift your hips, connecting your legs, belly and back. 3 breaths in your down dog. Nice. Bring your big toes together. Lift your heels up. Bend your knees. Exhale, 2 core steps to the top of your mat. Draw with your belly. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise. Sweep to reach, arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, arms up. Gaze can follow. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Bring your hands to the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, heart through, then chin. Bend the knees, plant the hands, step back into your high plank. Strengthen your legs, strengthen your back, take an inhale. Exhale, bend your arms, lower halfway down. Tops of the feet, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips. 3 breaths in your downward facing dog. Framework is simple. Everything else that can come through the beauty of your mind can be a little bit more complicated, yet freeing at the same time. Lift your heels, bend your knees, exhale, 2 core steps to the top, use your belly. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, stand up, arms over your head. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, circle the arms, reach up. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway, hover the heart. Plant the hand, step back into your high plank, high push-up. Beautiful. Take an inhale. Exhale, lower halfway down. Use the upper back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips, kick your right leg up in your three-legged dog. And draw your hips back, keep them square. Point your right toes and then roll out your right ankle. And feel any grip in your outer left hip flexor. Take an inhale, right leg stays up. Exhale, bring your right knee into your nose. Inhale, kick your right leg back and up. Exhale, right knee to your right elbow. Inhale, right leg back and up. Exhale, knee to your left elbow. Inhale, kick your right leg back. Exhale, step through, step forward, both feet to the top. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen your spine. And exhale, forward fold. Take it up, inhale, rise, arms reach. Keep the arms up, grab opposite elbows behind your head. Right hand to your left elbow, and then draw it behind your head to the right. And press your feet down, and draw your ribs in, and take a few breaths here into your outer left hip crease. And so normally we do this with the arms over your head, your fingers interlaced. Today we're just grabbing opposite elbows, shortening the arms, and refining the skill, if you will, into the upper back, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Feel the feet, inhale to center. Now reach your arms straight up. Exhale, dive through your midline, forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Plant the hand, step back into your down dog, lift your hips, float your left leg to the sky. And feel your right leg anchor as you press down into the heel. And point your left toe so you're extending the ankle, and then roll out your left ankle. And breathe without putting weight into your shoulders. Keep your ribs in, twisting the elbows towards each other. Keep your left leg up, take a breath. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose, curl and squeeze. Inhale, kick your left leg back and up. Exhale, bring your knee to your left elbow. Inhale, kick your left leg back and up. Exhale, knee to your right elbow. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, step through, step forward from your core, both feet to the top. Inhale, lift halfway, nice and easy. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, stand up, keep the arms up, and grab opposite elbows so your left hand's on your right elbow. Humble your chin, feel your feet, and then draw that right elbow to the left behind your ear. And draw your ribs in, especially if you're feeling weight in your low back today. And with this side bend, lateral movement, you can feel the breath working, opening, stretching through your outer right hip flexor. Feel your core. Inhale, rise to center. Reach both arms up straight. Exhale, dive through your midline. Bring your hands to the mat. Inhale to lift halfway, chin up. Plant the hands, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And use the back, feel the legs, press into your downward facing dog. Take a deeper breath, tailbone high, draws your belly in. So as you work the opening of the back body, if it's still tight, put a little bend to your knees. And so that when you exhale, you can draw your belly in, lift your tailbone higher. And it's going to take the weight out of your low back. You know when you're practicing and like a third of the way in, your low back is just aching, right? You got to put a little bend to your knees. Tailbone up, draw your belly in. Let's go. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step, right foot all the way through. Inhale, rise, reach your arms up. Exhale, bend your left leg for 3, 2, softly bring your left knee down, keep your arms up, engage through your back, and then twist, right arm back, left arm forward, and the arms into a T, heart lifting up, shoulders stay away from the ears. Back toes are tucked, so you're going to feel the front of your left thigh a little bit more. And bring your right arm around in front, reach both arms up. Draw through your right heel, lift off your left knee, take an inhale. And exhale, pivot your back heel down, stay with your lunge, you're in Warrior Two. Inhale to reverse your Warrior Two, reach your right arm up and back. Exhale, bring your arms back, Warrior Two, shoulders stack. Strengthen your back arm, take an inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to the mat, back heel high, kick your right leg back, three-legged down dog. And bring your right knee to your right wrist, slide it up to your armpit and squeeze. Inhale, kick your right leg back. Knee to your left wrist, bring it up to your armpit and squeeze. Inhale, kick back and up. Exhale, step through, step forward, both feet to the top. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, right foot back, maintain the length of your spine, come into a lunge. And you pull your heart through, and now soften your right knee down onto the mat. Untuck your back toes, set your right hand flat, reach your left arm up, low lunge twist. Notice if your left knee is trying to pull out, and draw it back in, tightness around your glute, keep working your tailbone down. Heart center up, shoulders away from your ears. Gaze and left hand come down. Straighten your left leg, sit back onto your right heel. So the benefit of this is that everybody's left leg can be straight. And so we get the mind and to realize that the leg can go straight. And now crawl your fingertips forward. Flex your left ankle. Keep your heart up, shoulders away from your ears. So it's less of a rounded spine. It's more of a lifted energy from your inner thighs through your belly into your upper back body. And push off your right shin, come forward, back into your lunge. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee, take an inhale. Exhale, step your right foot to the top. Fingertips on the mat, swing your left leg back and up, standing split. So your right foot is down. And your right heel on the ground. Point your left toes, lift the top of your left foot higher. Feel that lift out of your right hip crease. When you firm the right heel into the mat, breathe into the hamstring. Beauty. Bring your left foot down next to your right foot, little bend to your knees. Inhale, lift halfway, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, dive, go a little bit deeper. Inhale, rise, circle the arms, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Awesome. Inhale, circle the arms, reach. Exhale, dive through your midline, forward fold. Inhale to lift halfway. Plant the hands, step or float back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, press, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Even weight into your hands, float your left leg up. And big step, left foot all the way through. Feel the feet, inhale, rise, arms up, nice and strong. Connect through your upper back, bend your right knee for 3, 2, and 1. Right knee down, take a breath in. On the exhale, T-twist, left arm back, right arm forward. And strengthen your back arm. Feel the hook underneath your left shoulder blade. And while your right fingertips go forward, separate space across the chest. The left arm comes forward, both arms go up. Back toes are tucked. Feel your front heel. Draw your right knee off the mat. Stay with your lunge. Big lift out of your waist and then pivot your back heel down. You're in Warrior Two. Feel your Warrior Two. Inhale to reverse. Left arm reaches up and back. Exhale, bring your arms back. Shoulders stack. Chest proud. Feel your feet. And bring your hands to the mat. Pivot on your back toes. Kick your left leg back. Three-legged down dog. Take your breath. Bring your left knee to your left wrist. Slide it up to your armpit. Inhale. Kick your left leg back. Knee to your right wrist. Slide it up to your armpit. Inhale, kick up and back. Exhale, step through, step forward, both feet to the top. Inhale to lift halfway. Maintain that length, step your left foot back onto the mat. Nice. Lower your left knee down. Untuck your toes, left hand flat, and then twist from your low lunge. Reach your right arm up. So if you need more space, you can always slide that left knee back. And eventually you'll get that right glute rolling back under, in behind the knee. And back of your heart up, shoulders down, reach through your right arm. Patience, follow the breath. On your exhale, gaze and right hand down. Shift your hips back, sit all the way to your left heel. Again, the benefit is everybody can straighten your right leg this way. Crawl your hands forward. Flex the ankle, toes to the knee. With your belly, legs straight, pull your heart up, shoulders down. A little bit more active through your torso and just versus folding and compressing into the front of your spine. Keep lifting up, elongating. You'll feel that a little bit more in your hamstring. Relax the tongue, push off your left shin, come forward back into your lunge. Tuck your back toes, lift your knee, step your left foot to the top of the mat. Left foot down, float your right leg up, standing split, stay on your fingertips. And point your right toes, lift the top of the foot. Feel the lift out of your left hip as you pull the weight back into your front heel. And breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Right foot down next to your left foot. Feel the feet land. Inhale, lift halfway. Keep the length, bend your legs, and then reach your arms up, Utkatasana. So notice when you kept the length in your spine, you never let that weight go into your low back. Your thighs kick in, your belly draws, and then you can sit down a little bit deeper. And bring your hands to your heart center, lift your chin, look forward. Keep your bum low, roll the weight into your toes, separate your knees apart. That's it. Bring your hands down to the mat, setting up crow pose, knees above your elbows. Gaze slides forward, hips over your elbows, and lift 1, or hover both feet off the mat. Curl your heels into your bum, feel the strength in your upper back. Take an inhale. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, press, upward facing dog. And exhale, lift your hips. Press the mat away through your hands and downward facing dog. We all meet here. 3 breaths. And bring your big toes together. Firm the hands, elbows in, lift the heels. Look forward, bend the knees, exhale, walk or jump to the top. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, tailbone down, belly in, arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Weight into your right foot, lift your left knee. Figure 4, left ankle to your right thigh, above the knee. Flex your left ankle, now bend your standing leg. Let your butt kick out and back. Keep drawing your heart up as you hinge and the torso comes down. And focus the eyes one spot. And feel the reach. Connect inner thigh to your low belly. Stand back up. Lift your left knee in front. Everybody, hands to your hips, proud chest. Elbows wide, support that base and with a broad back. And step your left foot back, warrior 1, put your heel down. Hey, look down, bend your right leg so your knee is over your heel. Left leg is straight, pull your right ribs back, and then stay true. Reach your arms over your head, gaze out in front of you. Virabhadrasana 1. And you can go shoulders down, ribs in, fingertips together, and then elevate your gaze, lift up through your heart center. And bring your gaze forward, hands back to your hips. Look down, pivot on your back toes so the heel lifts, and then step your left foot to the top of the mat. Inhale to reach both arms up. Exhale, bend your legs, sit into your chair. Bring your hands to your heart center, take an inhale. Right elbow outside your left thigh as you exhale, rotate through your torso. Top of the mat, and twisted chair. Opening the left side of your chest, keep the twist. Take your gaze down all the way into your left heel, and then curl your right heel into your bum. Keep your standing leg bent. Gaze at the center line of your mat. Right heel curling into your bum. Breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Right foot next to your left. Inhale to rise. Stand all the way up. Reach tall. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Bring your hands down to the ground. Inhale to lift halfway. Lengthen your spine. Plant the hands. Step or float back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, press through your upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Take a breath in through your nose, and take a breath out through your nose. From your down dog, big toes together, roll your heels up, and then roll to the outer edge of your left foot. Keep your hips high, stack your right hip on top, and then all you're going to do is float your right arm up, and then over your head towards the top of your mat. And the last thing to lift is the gaze. Possibly turn your gaze sideways. Possibly lift your gaze all the way up. Squeeze your legs. Keep reaching your right arm over, but maintain the stability in your bottom shoulder. Soften the gaze down. Right arm reaches up. And then both hands back onto the mat. Pivot onto your toes. Plank pose. Lift your bum, press back into your dog. Set your hands, elbows in. Lift the heels, load the spring. Exhale, walker, hop to the top. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, stand up, reach. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Left heel we ground. Right knee draws up in space. Right ankle to your left thigh, figure 4. Keep your heart lifting, bend your standing leg any amount. You let your bum go back, chest comes through, and the eyes remain focused on one spot, one breath at a time. If you fall out, those easy distractions, take a breath and draw yourself back in. And standing leg, inhale, rise, lift your right knee up in front of you. Hands to your hips. Everybody, feel the proud chest. Draw from your core and step your right foot back. Warrior 1. Heel down, foot on a 45. Hey, look down. Bend your left leg so that knee is on top of the heel. And gaze forward. Inhale, reach your arms up. Back leg straight, and you're in Warrior 1. And there are ways to explore the ease and through the effort. Keep your lips sealed, fingertips touch. Shoulders down, lift your heart, lift your chin. And you still got your belly, take a breath in. And gaze forward, bring your hands to your heart. Okay, look down, pivot on your back toes, lift the heel, step your right foot to the top of the mat. Inhale, circle the arms, reach up. Bend your legs, sit down into your chair. Bring your hands to your heart center. Take an inhale. Twist, left elbow outside your right thigh. Feel the weight land in your right heel. Knees side by side. Right side of the chest opens as you roll the shoulder down. Keep the twist. Look down to the ground. Weight into your right heel, and then slowly curl your left heel into your bum. And steady gaze, soften your jaw, and from the roof of your mouth, relax your tongue. And bring your left foot down next to your right. And square, inhale, rise, reach your arms up, straight legs. Exhale to dive, forward fold, bring your hands to the mat. Inhale to lift halfway, feels good to undo the twist. Plant step, float back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale through your upward facing dog. And exhale, press back, downward facing dog. And breathe into your down dog, big toes together. Roll to the outer edge of your right heel. My left hand is still on the ground. As the left hip stacks, you get a sweet little stretch. And then float your left arm up. Reach your left arm all the way over. Gaze stays down. Once you feel stable on the shoulder, then you can turn the gaze sideways or all the way up. And keep reaching through your left fingertips. Nice. Gaze down, left hand to the mat first. And then roll back to your toes, high plank pose, inhale. Bend your arms, exhale, chaturanga. Floating inhale, upward dog, tops of the feet. Exhale, down dog, roll over your toes, and walk your hands to the back of your mat. Feet hip width apart, bend your legs a lot, and so that your torso is resting on your thighs. Feel this breath with your heartbeat, expand your belly into your thighs. Take your right arm behind your right leg, and then grab for the front of your left shin. So my right forearm is behind the right knee in the crease. Take your left arm behind your left leg, go under your right arm, and grab for your right shin. Okay, forearms behind knees, drop the head, draw with the belly, and straighten your legs any amount. And put the bend to your knees. And relax the jaw, slide the hands out, back in front. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, crawl your hands forward, come into a high plank to release the forward fold. Should feel good to straighten your legs. And drop your tailbone down. Tilt your pubic bone to your chin. And then feel your belly draw in. You could just focus on squeezing your belly. Keep your breath going for 5 seconds and to reset your lower spine. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Come from a centered space, bring your big toes together. Okay, lift through your inner thighs. So check this out. Left heel stays heavy. Flex your right ankle and hover your right big toe an inch off the mat. So your entire right foot is hovering an inch, but the leg is straight. Okay, from the inner thigh, now bring your right knee to the outside of your right shoulder and step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. Come up onto your fingertips. Crawl them forward, so slight. Pull your heart through, and then gently put your back knee down onto the ground. Untuck your back toes, let your hips get heavy as you bend into your right leg, and keep feeling your torso sliding inside your right knee. Crawl your hands out in front, and spread your palms. You got like down dog arms, and ground through the top of your left foot, and keep sliding your torso down. Maybe you feel the balance more by pressing into your right foot and your left hand simultaneously. Your right arm really isn't doing much at all. Crawl your hands back inside your right foot. Straight arms, tuck your back toes, feel your thigh, lift your knee, and then step your right foot back into a down dog. Feel it from your center line, big toes together. Your right heel heavy. And then from your inner left thigh, hover your left big toe 1 inch off the mat. So the entire left foot is hovering, inner thigh is drawn, and space coming from your breath. Go slow. Left knee comes outside your left shoulder. Press through your palms. Use your belly. Step your left foot outside your left hand. Come up onto your fingertips. Pull your heart through. Slowly bring your right knee back down onto the ground. Untuck your right toes. Okay, lunge through your hips, bend your front leg, and then as you lead with your heart, crawl your hands forward. And deep breaths as you go into the deep flexion of your left hip, ground the top of your back foot, and keep sliding your hands out, probably more so grounding in your right palm, as you bring your torso down inside your left knee. And stay with your breath. Crawl your hands back inside your left foot. And tuck your back toes, draw with your thigh, lift the knee, and then slide your left foot back. Come into your down dog, big toes together. And breathe in through your nose, spread your fingertips. And breathe out through your nose, broaden your back, turn your elbows in. And now all we do is step right foot outside the right hand, left foot outside the left hand, turn your big toes out and squat. And bring your bum down towards your heels. And weight into your heels, less grip in your toes. Bring your hands to your heart center, elbows to your inner thighs. And draw your heart up, shoulders down away from your ears. And feel your feet, release your mind, soften your forehead. Take a breath in. And take a breath out. Nice. Keep your bum heavy. Reach your arms up any amount. If not up, reach your arms forward. Right? If it gets too pinchy in your shoulders and your neck. And then from here, you're going to look down, plant your hands, and lift your bum slowly up towards the sky. Heel toe your feet together so your big toes touch. Inhale to lift halfway, flat back. And as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, stand up, circle the arms, reach. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center in prayer. Inhale, arms up, belly in, little backward bend. Exhale, dive, forward fold, hands should go flat to the mat. Inhale, lift halfway, chin up. Plant the palms, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale through your upward facing dog. And exhale, press back, downward facing dog. And take an inhale, lift your right leg up in space. Exhale, step your right foot in between your hands. Pivot your back heel down when that front foot lands. Right hand stays, circle your left arm back, up and all the way around. Bicep draws behind the ear. And you now press into your back heel, and you can play with floating your right arm forward. And breathe down into the space through your right hip crease. And keep drawing your arms back, ribs in, so you've got your core for 3, 2, back heel down, inhale, rise, straighten your front leg. Left hand down, right arm goes up, revolve your triangle. And breathe into your right side body. Good, keep your legs straight, bring your arms back, shoulders stack. Hips back, reach forward, triangle pose, right hand to your right ankle or your shin, or your fingertips outside your right ankle and your left arm goes up. And keep your left arm strong, spine long, turn your gaze down. And you can slide your right foot back, ground through the heel, transfer the weight, lift your back leg, half moon. You now focus on pulling your right armpit away from your right thigh. So if you need to, crawl your right fingertips forward more. And set the length in that right side body, and then you're going to slowly close the twist, bring your left hand down to the mat. It's like standing splits. Keep your heart up, left hand down, and then reach your right arm up, kick through your left heel, and you're in revolved half moon. And twist that right pinky in, turn your thumb back. Maintain the space in your right hip crease for 3, 2, right hand down next to your left, curtsy squat, left knee behind your right knee, soften your low back. Stay low, bring your palms together in front of your heart center. And keep that left knee tucked, draw flat back, shoulders away from your ears. Nice, bring your hands back to the ground, now kick your left leg up. Then straighten your right leg, standing splits. Palms down flat, lift your right heel. Bend the knee, load the spring, jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Step your left foot all the way through. Pivot your back heel flat as that front foot lands. Left hand stays down, circle the right arm back, reach it up, and bring it all the way over for extended side angle. Dig deep for that breath. Seal your lips. Feel the outer edge of your back foot rolling into the ground, and breathe into the space of your left hip crease. Okay, with no weight in your low back, you can reach your left arm forward. And draw your biceps behind your ears. And ground into your feet. Inhale, rise, come up. Straighten your front leg. Left arm up, right hand down, and reverse your triangle pose. Feel that release to your hip crease. Legs straight, bring your arms back, shoulders stack. And then slide, reach your left arm forward. Left hand down, grab your ankle. If not, your shin. If more, fingertips to the ground. And then your right arm is straight and strong. Left eye up to your right thumb at best. If you want less, then just keep your gaze sideways. So it's the ground and the back heel. It's the openness of your back leg psoas. Keep your top arm strong. Look down. Slide your left foot back. Ground the heel. Transfer the weight. Float your right leg up. Okay, now let's work in balance to lengthen your left side body. Keep your fingers on the ground. Left hand forward more. Feel the draw through the back of the heart like you're up dogging in half moon. Yes, right leg stays lifted. Start to close the twist. Slowly, right fingertips come down. Keep the up dog in your heart. No weight in your low back. And then revolve your half moon. Left arm goes up. Keep your back heel high. And twist your top hand. Pinky finger forward, thumb back. Opening the shoulder. And gaze in left hand, softens down to the ground. Curtsy squat, right knee behind your left knee, bend your standing leg. You got it. Take it out of your back, feel it in your hamstring, bring your palms together in front of your heart center. Flat back, pull your heart through. You should feel your belly on your left thigh. Deep compression to your left hip crease. Steady gaze, hands back to the mat. And then kick your right leg up straight. Then straighten your bottom leg. Standing splits. Hands down, pop your left heel up. So there's your little spring. Bend the knee on your exhale. Jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, press upward facing dog. And exhale, great job. Lift your hips, downward facing dog. 3 to 5 breaths here. Come down onto your knees. Crawl your knees up to your hands. If you'd like a little sip of water, you're welcome to it. And then sit. And so that your hips are on your heels, hands are in your lap. And shoulders down. And you can rock the head side to side, ear to shoulder, ear to shoulder. And bring your head back to the center, neutral spine. And then take your hands behind your feet so your fingertips point forward. Separate your knees 6 to 8 inches apart. Arms are straight, palms are flat. And so we're going to work into a half camel pose. Again, fingertips forward, opens across the chest, shoulder blades roll down, and tailbone slides towards the knees, press through your shins, and then start to lift your pubic bone up and your bum comes off your heels. Half camel, active through your legs, press down into your shins, and then you can soften the gaze up. Chin to your chest, soften your bum down. Keep your hands where they are, spread your knees a little bit wider. Tailbone keeps sliding through your heels towards your knees. And belly in, go ahead and come all the way down onto your elbows. Press through your shins and then go ahead and come all the way down. Back of the head to your shoulders. And once your shoulders are touching the ground, then you can take your arms over your head and let them rest. Feel the space, the sensation, the opening from the top of the knee to the top of your ribs. Slow down your inhale, slow down your exhale. We are much more inclined to find the common ground and through the beats of our hearts and connection of our breath. This oneness and unity, rather than trying to get our minds and our beautiful thoughts, our processors all on the same page at the same time. The arms went over your head, bring them back down, grab for your ankles or shins. Elbows to the mat, draw your belly in, start to lift your head up slowly. And press back up to your hands. And bring your knees together, head above your heart. Feel that sensation come back, and so you've got a softer, more neutral line through your spine. Rock off to your left hip. Swing your legs around in front of you, please. Bend your legs. Go ahead and lie down on your back. Low back, middle back, shoulders ground. And then you can separate your feet a little bit wider than your hips. Let your knees knock in towards each other. Arms can be by your sides. Hands can rest on your belly. And then like we did seated now, just rock on the back of your head, side to side, ear to shoulder, ear to shoulder. As you bring your head back to center, separate your knees hip width apart. Okay, first one, just traction for your low spine. So bring your heels in close enough to your bum that if you reach down with your fingers, you can touch the back of your ankles. Press down into your feet, lift your hips a few inches. Feel the weight across your shoulders, interlace the fingers beneath your bum, cross your thumbs, and then tuck your shoulders in one more time. Press through your feet, and then draw your thighs up towards the sky for bridge. Easy bridge, fluid breath moving through your belly. Keep your gaze steady on one spot. You don't want to turn your gaze sideways here. On your exhale, lower your back down onto the ground and then release your hips back to the mat. You can certainly do that again. You can intermittently do one wheel and then a bridge and then a wheel, but we're going to do 3 back bends. So second one, either a bridge or flip the hands by your ears. Your body is ready, open. And connect to your breath, press into your feet, press into your hands, come up to the top of your head. And you set your palms, elbows in, feet ground, and then exhale, wheel, come up. Bridge, come on up. And tuck the chin, bend the arms, elbows in. Upper back wheel, come down, bridge, hips to the ground. Everybody, knees knock in, hands to your belly. You can't just talk about connecting hearts with really feeling that exposure into the front body. It could be emotional. And let's ride those waves of emotion. They're beautiful. Just like your mind. Okay? Either bridge, listen to your body, Or let's set up. And for our last back bend and wheel, hands by your ears. Press through your feet. Lift your bum, press through your hands, come up to the top of your head. Middle fingers out, elbows in, and then exhale, press it up. Tuck the chin wheel, elbows in. Upper back, middle spine bridge, hips down. And let your knees knock back in towards each other, hands to your belly. Land in the space. You can release the legs long onto your mat. And soften your bum, soften your low back. Feel your hip creases release. And then left ankle to your right thigh, figure four. And draw your right knee into your chest. Reach your left hand through from the front. And then interlace your fingers onto your right shin. And thread the needle as you square your hips. Keep them heavy. Arms straight, strong grip on the shin. And let your shoulders and your head come back down onto the ground. Reclining pigeon. Thread the needle. And breathe, keep your hips heavy, lift your head up. Uncross your left ankle and put your left leg straight down onto the mat. And shoulders down, head back to the ground, wind relieving, right thigh to your chest. And feel that space between your knees, take an inhale. And on your exhale, bring your right knee across your body and twist. And so right hip rolls over, you can tuck your left hip under. And keep kicking down through your left heel. And then shoulders stay flat, right arm can go out into the T. Notice the breath. Gaze to center and then bring your right knee back across. Straighten both legs out onto your mat. And adjust your hips so they're square. And relax your bum, feel a Buddha belly breath. Take an inhale. And little sigh, exhale. Right ankle to your left thigh, figure four. And so the ankle is above the knee. And then draw your left knee in towards your body. Reach your right hand through and come in to thread the needle. Your fingers interlace on your left shin. And keep your hips heavy. Right ankle flexed. And then shoulders and head down. So the ankle is flexed. And because you're putting torque into the right knee, it just means a twist on the knee. And so to support that, flex the ankle. And relax the jaw, shoulders down. Keep a hold of your left shin, lift your head up. Uncross your right ankle from your left thigh and put your right leg straight out onto the mat. And kick down through the right heel and then head and shoulders down. Pull your left knee in. Take a breath on your exhale and we can twist. Bring your left knee across your body. And you tuck your right hip under and kick down through your right heel. Keep that leg active. Shoulders flat and your left arm can go out into the T. And gaze to center and bring your left knee back. Place the soles of your feet to touch. Let your knees fall apart. Setting up for a reclining butterfly pose, supine Baddha Konasana. You reset your shoulders, reset your head. Rest your hands down onto your belly and release your breath here. And relax every muscle on your face. And settle into a calmer and connected place. And release the legs, let them go long. And big toes out, arms by your sides, palms face up. And feel your arrival into complete stillness. A moment to really take in everything you received this afternoon. A moment to let go of anything you no longer need to carry with you. Thank you all so much for sharing your practice today. You are welcome to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you like. Take your time when you do get up. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Hydrate. Feel good. Take care of yourself. Support each other. Reach out if you need anything. And have a beautiful day. We'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.